Okay, we should be live for all of 8 seconds. I'm starting to get used to this new YouTube system that is just confounding me beyond human belief. Another last minute stream. You know, what can I tell you? This is what I do. I don't expect a bunch of people to watch it, so whatever. We're taking a look at a game from Lock and Load Publishing. This game just absolutely fascinates me. I'm learning it as I go, so I figured I'd just turn on the camera with you. This is Mission 1. There is just so much to this, and the name of this game, if you go to Lock and Load Publishing and check out Space Infantry. We're also going to be taking a look at World at War 85 and a card game, Atlantic Storm, I believe, over the next couple days. So I'm really excited about this. Well, let's see. Nothing. I'm so lonely. Where's the party at? Dude, whatever. Dutch, how are you? Good to see you. But a real interesting game. This is actually an older game that they funded on Kickstarter, if I'm not 100% correct, and it was successful. And here it is, the next edition, Space Infantry Resurgence. Makes sense, right? So we're going to take a look at this. And I'm going to explain it as we go along. But there's a couple things I want to show you guys up top here. Number one, do not be intimidated by the huge rule book. Okay? It is very clean, like all their rule books. There are campaign pages. Let's go to our top-down thing because we can afford good cameras. And you can see that you can run a campaign, and there's all kinds of different logs that you can print. They actually give you these logs on top of it. There's a nice glossary that explains things, so I'm not going to get all the terms 100%. Rob, the craziest thing happened after all these years of... I moved right next to Miniature Market. I am changing at the bit, waiting for my shipping notice for SLR. Oh, that's cool. So anyways, I'm real sorry. I always try to read everybody's comments. So anyways, very clear. As you can see, there's a lot of notes. Even though this is over 100 pages, there are a lot of notes for campaign play, an example of campaign. So it's broken up. The actual standard rules, or the core rules, are it's not overly complicated. There's a lot of little things, but you learn those as you go, and it's not overwhelming. Okay, I'd say 15 to 35 pages in there, and then it was 38 pages, and it covers everything that you would see later on. You can get this right out of the box and get going. I'm chomping at the bit, waiting for my shipping notice. I'm sorry, Tony. And then from here, they give you a beautiful example of play. So I've really read this over the last couple days, and I forgot to write them to let them know that I got this. There's a lot of cool things, like they have these hive tiles that are new, and there's all kinds of different creatures that you're going to be facing. Let's just take a look at some of that stuff real quick before we really get going into this. They got these cards with all these missions, which I haven't even gone through. There's a bunch of different maps like this one. And then you have a ton of different villains, of encounters. I mean, look at the battle drones. I mean, really? Come on, man. I'm late. I don't know. Is this some kind of sci-fi war game? Yes, it is. YouTube channel has a nice short video boot camp series for it. Oh, that's cool. And as you can see, we're going to do our own. Dark Root. I'm sure it's good. Cyber Sentinels. and all these different types of things. There's tanks that you can use in here. So there's a whole bunch of things that you can do here. So as you can see, all this stuff is random, okay? So on the map, because this is the Mission 1 map, and underneath it tells you what to do. I picked out all the level 1 stuff because this is the first time I'm playing. We have 30 turns to complete our mission. Our mission is as follows. Explore all 3 mission nodes. Now, as you can see, these dotted lines, that's the only way that we can go. And there's like paths that we can take. And there's different things that we're going to do. But I'll explain that along the way. What we're going to do now is, because all this is random, we're going to flip these over. And I will explain all these when we get to them. So when we first, of course, make our thing, okay, this is the starting tile, so we automatically, there is no event here, okay, and that this has been completed. Those markers are going to tell us that these 2 things have been completed. So if we happen to come back through here, we don't have to roll on the event chart, which I will explain. Right now we're just kind of setting up, and this is my first play, so if I make some mistakes, I apologize, but I make mistakes so you don't have to. Alright, each one of these things I'm turning over is called a node, and we're going to have to go through these nodes and negotiate these nodes in order to finish our objective. Our objective is to explore all 3 of these nodes. Once we have closed those out, we win. Now, there's a special rule, because if you notice, there's a couple of locks here. Let's see if we can go, you can see those a little better. Yeah, okay, here we go. There's a lock here that goes in between the path here. When a squad attempts to use a route that contains a lock symbol, before moving the squad counter, roll an RN, which is a dice. We're going to be rolling numbers, and I'll explain that a little bit. On a 3+, the pressure door slams down, marks the route with a multi-purpose counter. The squad may no longer use that route. So if we try to go here, there's a chance we can lock it down. That's not cool. That's not cool. All right. So let's very quickly, from our up and down. Well, actually, let's use this camera right here. Where are you? Okay, there you are. So I want to show you this card here, okay, and what's going on here. I'm sorry about the refocus there. Okay, this is a level 1. Okay, that's what that means. Over here it says computer. That's a skill. In order to get into this node, we have to at least have 1 success at computer. So one of our guys, our crew, is going to have computers, and we're going to have to get a success. After that, we're going to roll to see if we're going to fight any monsters or there's any monsters. On a 5+, we will look at Chart A. Now, where's Chart A? I will show you in a second. And let's go to our top down. That is right here. Ugh, there we go. If we happen to roll and have an encounter, we're going to have to face these beast monsters. And what we're going to do is we are going to be rolling on the chart, depending on what it is. If it's Class A, we will roll and we will face whatever is there. If it's Class B, we will face all those. And then Class C is just nasty. Now, when we go in and we go to fight these guys, we have to see what range they're at. So we're going to be setting these range and rolling to determine what the range is. And then once that range is set, say a next round comes up, say we are firing instead of melee, then we will roll on the firing chart. And if it comes up melee, then it becomes a round where only we can attack with guys that can do melee. But we'll explain that as we go. Like I said, we're not going to go all the way through this. Hi, Rob, everyone. Hopes everyone's day has gone well. Did you get my email, Rick? I hope you did. So now that I'm going to look around and see what the things are that we're going to face. Well, there's a repair here. There's advanced security, science. So I'm going to need to build my unit according to this. So we have all these cards here, and we can only spend 110 points. Okay. So here's a guy that we have a scientist here that does computing. All right, so computing, that would help us. Science, I saw science twice. And search. We have no search. So far, you may make the team. And you're only 10 points. Assault Team B. Well, there's a lot of advance here. There's an advance there. There's an advance there, an advance 3. And we need that advanced. So, and we need the fire and firepower. So this is going to be part of our assault team, I think. And that would be 20 points. That's 30 points. Here is a repair. Another security, which would help us. A computer that would help us. All right. Okay. Maybe we'll take that. Now, the one thing I got to find right off the bat is our commander. Our squad leader. Here he is. He's for free. He comes in. Now, he has, if you notice, he has no attack value. Okay? Because he can only do these things. Command, communications, and intelligence. Ooh. Do we have any of that? Well, the command is what we need. So we have to take him with us. So right now we've got 20. I've really got to try to look in here and see what we can really come up with. 0G, that isn't going to help us as far as a no. And again, I'm going through this, and this is the first time I'm seeing some of these guys. These guys cannot attack unless we have less than 3 guys, or there's more than 3 enemies. So that's another thing that we have to keep in mind. If we have too many of these guys, they can really mess us up. The computer would help, and treatment doesn't help us. Repair. Do we have repair? Oh, he has repair. All right, so there we go. Melee, advanced 4. That'd be good. Ooh, I don't know. CNC team. That's 40 points. Advanced training. +1 armor piercing. Now, armor piercing, we're going to keep it simple, though, I think. Advanced 3, melee 4, fire team A. So that's 30. That's 50 right there. Oh, 50 plus, so we have 50, 70, 80, 90. So we could fit one more person in. Yeah, I think we're going to go with our boy here. Fire team A. Hold on. Engineers. CNC. I don't think there's any limit. All it matters. Shotgunners. Oh, boy. That's a tough call, too. Now, there should be a sniper somewhere. Maybe we can get a sniper. Fire team A. Oh, here we go. Sniper. Oh, that's 40 points, though. Dang. We need the search. No, we don't need the search. We need the repair. We need the security. And we need the computer. So if I took that out, that would put us right there, which would put us at 40, 60, 80, 110. It's a tough call here. Heavy weapons, anti-vehicle. That's not. We don't need anybody with any anti-vehicle. We just need somebody. Maybe we can. Yeah, you know, we could take him out and put him in. He's not going to make a difference. So now let's figure it out. 40, 60, 80, 100, 110. There we go. All right, I think I got it. We got this team down. So that means we're not going to be taking our friend here. That scientist would have helped. Oh, but we need the science. Ugh. We need the science. I need the science, computer, and repair is only one way, and I have to go through repair. There's no other way to get through there. I gotta have the repair. Well, there's a way to do it. You know what? Let me just take a look. I need the science. I need the repair. See, this is where you really struggle. Oh, do I really need that as much as a sniper? Well, I don't need the sniper as much. I don't need the sniper. Oh, wait, here's a sniper for 30. So now, that would be 30, 50. 20, 20 is 90. 100. And guess what? Now we can take repair, security, computing. Oh, what did I do with that other person? Oh, here we go. Science. That was the other one that we needed. Okay, so there we go. All right, perfect. That's our team. So that's how we're going to go. So we've got our 3 peeps. So I'm going to put these up here. All right, I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to move that away. This token is going to represent who we are. We're going to go through a couple turns here. Oh, that's the queen. Let me see what she wants. It's always when we're live. Let's see here. Okay. Watch out, girl. All right, so let's get going here. Sorry about that. I got distracted for a second. Okay, so we have that. We're fine there. We got everybody there. So all these things are going to come into play, and I'll explain it as we go. So now is where we decide which way we're going to go. Now, you go halfway, okay? On your first turn, you go halfway, and you try to go through. You try to enter the node. You'll never enter into the node until you do. Now, how do you do that? Well, we have a sequence of play card here. So we picked we set our alert level. We created our map. Timer's all set up. Enemy selection, squad selection. We just did resource. We forgot that. So now I can pick a bunch of resources. I can only have 8 resources. So I'm going to take a couple of grenades because they do some really cool things. But what really is going to help us here is medkits. All right. So I'm going to take 4 medkits. All right. They're going to heal us 1 if we take any damage. All combat is simultaneous. The other thing that I think we really need is intel. This gives us 2 free when we use these. If we need science, this will be 2 towards it if we use an intel. So I think we're going to take 2 of those because I think we can use those later on. And then I'm going to take an additional, well, maybe I should take another. No, I'm going to take that. At the beginning of our turn, because our squad leader doesn't do anything, he doesn't fight. What he does do is have command. So the way this is done, and I'm going to show you, is we're going to roll 1 die. Now, they have the old way of doing it was taking all these chits, okay? And you have a bunch of these chits, and they have a critical, and they have a complete miss in here. And what you would do is you would pull out a chit, and that would be your number. And you could put them on each one. Some people really like the chits, and I think they're good. Me, I like the chuck dice. So we're going to put those off to the side. So before we do anything, I'm going to roll my command. All right, and my command, I rolled a 1. My command is 4. I have to get over a 4. So, and if I got a 5, we would take the 4 and divide it into the 5, and we would get 1. So anything over, we would round down. If we were somehow able to get 8, then we would get 2 command. But because this guy's a horrible commander, we got absolutely nothing right off the bat. So we did that. Now we move our squad after we did our command skill check. And now what we're going to do is our squad skill check. What we need here is 1 computer. Now we have 2 people with computer. So we're going to roll for this person first. And that's a 5. Okay. So that's good. So we would put a 5 here. And then for this person, who also has a computer, is a 1, so it's a complete failure. There's no reason to even check. So with that 1, guess what? We were able to come into this node. Boom. So right off the bat, we were able to come in the node. So now that we're in this node, we get to put this marker here. Okay? So we have conquered this node. Now, after we've done that, okay, it's an event check. On a 5+, well, nothing good's going to happen. Let's put it that way. And 2. All right, so nothing happens. And now the event marker goes on here, and we've completed our first node. Now we move our marker. I don't know what I did with the other marker. I don't know what to tell you. The process now begins again. Now this is where it becomes really difficult, because as you try to go through each one of these things, every time you fail to finish it, this timer is constantly going. The minute it hits 30, you failed. A lot of stuff can happen, and a lot of stuff can go wrong. So we're gonna keep our eye on that. All right. So now we have a choice. We can go up this way, or we can go down this way. Search. Do I have anybody with search? No, I don't. Oh, I should have took the person with search. Oh, no, I do have search. Right here. So we're going to try to go up that way. So we're going to come up here halfway. Okay. This has already been conquered. If we fall back to it, we do not have to check for an event. Thanks for accent. I'm going after some... Oh, cool. I'm happy you got that, Rick. Thank you. Sorry, I wasn't looking. Okay, so now... Here's what we're going to do. We are going to try to get into this room. We need 1 search, okay? So our search skill is 3. So this is the only person... Well, the first thing that we do... I'm sorry. I'm going out of order because I'm getting all hyped up and thinking that we can do this. Missions... Okay, operation phase. We advance the turn marker. We're going to move our squad. Now it's node resolution, whether we can go in that node or not. Command skill check, okay? Now let's see if we can roll our command skill. And no, this guy is the worst leader ever. Now we're going to roll our search, because we're going to try to search. We have nothing. Complete, utter failure. So now we go back here, okay? And what happens? The marker moves up. See what I'm saying? See how if I'm not rolling well, we're going to have a problem. We do not do the event check. We do not do the end of turn. Next turn, we're going to try it again. Now you could decide maybe I'll just go this way, but no, you're going to come up. You're going to give it a try here. Here's where that command would really help. But hey, we rolled a 6, which is a complete and utter success. That is a critical success. Now, there's a way to do this where you can actually get an 8. So, if you get a 1 or 2, you will add to it. No, we add nothing to it. Only in combat do you add the second dice to it. And that's during combat if you get a critical success. But we did get a command. So now, this can really help us out here in this search option here. what did I do? Oh, okay. So now we get one of these command chits, and these command chit is going to go right here. Now, hopefully I'm doing this right. Godzilla Lover, how are you? Good to see you. All right. So now that we have that there, we have an advantage here. Now we really need to get this. All right. I'm going to change the die because I haven't been rolling well. All right. All we need. All right. We got a 3. Okay. So our person here has search 3. So 3 goes into 3. That gives us 1 success. We only need 1 success to get to this area, which is great. Now we're going to get into this area and we're okay. So now we're going to mark that off as we already conquered that. But now we have to see if there's an event. On a 5+, we're going to roll on A. No, we roll nothing. So we're lucky once again. Believe me, we'll fight some monsters, folks. So we're here. We're good. I feel good about this, okay? Now we move up the marker. All right, we've done all the resolution here, and now there's only one place to go, and that's repair. But if you notice, we have a repair too. Now, the other thing that happens is, at the end of our turn, this goes away. If it's not used, it just fades away, folks. Fades away. All right. Now, there's a little green thing here. I've got to check. I'm not too sure. I forgot what that is. But I'm going to come up top here and talk to you a little bit about this. There's so much to this. This is just the beginning mission. Let me tell you something, okay? There's a lot of stuff going on here. Hi, Rob. You painting it? Oh. All right. So, I just want to check to see what that is. Okay, that would be on page 34. This rule book is just tremendous. This is an excellent, excellent rule book. These guys, they do some good work here, folks. Okay. So what that is a resource cache. So let's go to our side view here. Okay, you can see right here, that's a G in there. It's a resource cache. Resource caches, you can find G, SG, and A resources. Okay, after the operation phase, if your squad is located on a node that includes a resource cache, roll the dice and apply a -1 modifier to the result. The result is the amount of resources that are found at this node. Remember, you can only gain the type of resources that are available at that particular node, which is identified by the letter and icon. Example. The squad is at the node and contains a G. Well, we have that. After the operation phase, the RN is drawn, and with the result of 4, you put a -1 modifier to the result for a total of 3 additional grenades. You are already carrying 2 med packs and 4 demo charges, but you really think that grenades will be more useful. Yeah, because you can only carry 8 resources no matter what. We have a full thing, so that's not going to play a hand in anything that we're going to do coming up very soon. Okay, we're doing all right here. All right, so what drives me nuts is when this goes crooked. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, so we negotiate that. We took care of that. We're going to move our turn marker. And we're going to try to go in here. Now, here's the problem. It has a repair too. That could be a major problem for us. So we only have one person that has repair, and it's a 3. So the first thing we're going to do is roll on our command, see if we get a command point. We do get 1 command point. Excellent. Because 4 divided into 4 equals 1. Okay. Now, we're going to roll for our repair. Can we get something good? No, we got a 1. So that's not going to help us whatsoever, and the command point is going to help us. That's going to go away. The squad is actually going to go back. Okay, and our turn is going to end. Okay, which is very disappointing. Now, there's certain things that you can do with those command points. You can deploy, intense fire. You can ambush something. Support. You can add a +1 modifier. Cancel ongoing offense. Then you can remember. Take cover. Run. Yeah, well, we could do that too. Withdraw. Okay, there's a whole bunch of different things that we can do with those command points, but none of them are going to help us if we roll a 1. And I rolled a 1. And it's awful. Okay, so we're going to push up our track. Okay, just like the sequence of play says. It says, hey, Rob, push up the thing. Herschel, how are you? I hope you are well. Sue, how are you? Tony, Bjorn. Just make sure I say hi to everybody. Nothing. Always good to see you. And, of course, Zeblik and Dutch Yoda. We advanced the turn marker, and we're going to try to move our squad yet again. See, and we're not going to be able to do the repair unless we really roll something really good. All right, here we go. We're going to roll, and it is a 2. Oh, no, that was for command. We failed our command, so we do not get an extra command point. Now we're going to roll for our repair. 6. Wow, that's a real lucky roll. So 6 really helps us because the repair is 3, and 3 goes into 6 twice, which means we got lucky because I thought we were going to have to come back at least 2 more times, which is good because the timer's always ticking here, folks. All right, so what does that mean? Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, buddy. There we go. All right, now this is where things are going to get a little busy. We're going to have to roll our dice on a 5+. Oh, 5. Okay. So now you're going to see combat. All right, on a 5. So now we're going to pull up our Beastmasters. Okay. Now, no matter how many rounds of combat, the turn track does not change. We are in a battle right now. We're going to roll on this chart, and that's how many of what we're going to face. Okay, so we rolled a 2, so we're going to face 2 war beasts. And the next thing that we're going to roll before I pull the war beast, we are going to roll on the set part. So we're going to roll our die, and it's a 1. So it's going to be firing. So we are going to be firing. Okay, there is a token right here. And just to remind you, you put it on the fire. There we go. We're going to get out. If we stop moving everything. All right. These paper maps are sometimes a little tough. All right, so we're going to take out 2 war beasts, which are type 1. And we're going to have to fight them. They have 3 wounds each. Now, they have fury. +1 in melee, okay, for each wound they suffer. +1 AP. Oh, wow. That stinks. Wow. Okay, so here's how it's going to go. We're going to go into combat. So now that we're in combat, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll for our command skill check. Okay? This can help us. 4. We're going to get a command point. Okay? We can use that a couple different ways in combat. We determined our range, which is firing. So all these 2 guys cannot fight. This guy cannot fight. But everybody here, we have a sniper that's going to get 2 shots. And then we have everybody else that are 4s. So we're going to do each person individually. So the first guy we're going to do, and we're going to... Now we would have to make a determination if we wanted to spell... Well, you know what? We're going to use our command point and we're going to ambush. During the first round of combat, you can spend 1 intelligence, or CP, to gain ambush, tactical advantage. Now, what does ambush do? And they even tell you where you can read it. And I'm going to just read it just so you guys understand what's going on here. Like I said, I want to keep this nice and neat. And we don't want this to run forever. 5-4. Whoops. What did it say? Oh, okay. So ambush, ambush, ambush. Whoops. Let's get over here. Okay, 5. Alert, alert level. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, okay. I got it now. I messed up. Notes. I just want to make sure that we get this right. This is live, of course, so you can expect nothing but complete and utter disaster. And it's just making sure that we do this right. Okay, so we get to go first with no we get to apply our wounds first. Okay, and ambush means yes. All right, let me just double check combat. Okay, there we go. Skill check 29, page 29. All right, so, and then applying, generating wounds, removing ambush. All right. Oh, ambush. On the first round of combat, after the range is determined, but before the unit activation, you may spend it, which we did, to gain ambush. The enemy may be granted ambush through an attribute, or no, they don't. If either side has gained ambush, then during the first nope. During ambush round, only units from the side that has gained ambush may be activated. During the removal casualty step of the ambush combat, any units or enemies that have been assigned wound counters to their hit points are removed. Combat then proceeds as normal. Okay, so what it's saying is basically we're going to get an attack and they're not going to get attacked because combat is simultaneously. Okay? Hey, Monster X, how are you? Everything happens simultaneously. So we spent that command node to get ambush. We wanted that ambush. So we're going to start with this guy here. Okay? He has a fire of 4, so we need a 4. He's got a 6. Remember what happens? That's a critical. What happens on a critical? Well, we roll the white die and we add those two together. That's where we're going to leave that. We're going to roll his die. 1. That is an absolute failure. We're going to roll him. 4. That's going to be 1 hit. We're going to roll that for that, which is, oh, what is that? Is that a 6? Yes, it is. That is a 6, so that's a critical. And we'll add to that 2. And then here, we're going to roll the second number, and that is a 6. Wow, he got dual criticals. That's ridiculous. And we're going to add that to that. And nobody else can fire. Okay, so how many wounds did we generate? Now, this is where everything comes together. 6 plus 3 is 9. 4 divided into 9, that's going to be 2 hits, folks. All right. I'm going to take those away. That's a complete miss. 4 into 4, that's 1 hit. Then we've got 6, 8, and 3 goes into 8 twice, so that's 2 hits. And then 4 goes into 11 twice, so those are 2 hits. Man, that sniper was just shooting. Now, the way you do this is you apply as such. You start here, then here, then here, then here, then here, then here, and then we have 1 extra over. So we were able to kill these guys with some fantastic rolling. Okay? I'm not sure that might be wrong, because I believe that they can only take half of... No, I believe that's right. When they get hit, they can only take up half of their damage. But that wouldn't make sense. So we were able to kill these 2 guys. So that is an absolute success. And nobody got hurt. There was no return fire. We got through it. We killed these guys. They go back to the pile. And I'm sure the Beastmaster is going to have something to say about this at some other point. Which also means that, hey, guess what? We have completed this one particular area. So now, here's one of the mission things. And I'm trying to see where the other one is. It's right there. So we're going to try to head into here before we try to head into this locked area, which can really mess us up. So I think you guys are getting the idea how this flows. So now we're going to move on to our next turn, which is 6. And you can see we haven't even gotten a mission yet, and we're going through 6 turns. So this could be kind of critical here. So we're going to come halfway through here. Geez, I wonder if I should have gone down there first. Because science, we only got 1 science. All right, well, we're going to try it. We're going to try to come down here. 4 plus B. Ugh, God. That would be brutal onto itself. 5A, we can always... Because we have to get over here. Ugh. And we're going to fight over here. I think we go here first and try to get this done first. All right, so we're going to try to go in there. First thing we're going to do is we're going to roll as usual for our command. That's a 6. That's going to give us 1 command point. Good. Next, we're going to have to roll our science. Our science is 3. So we're going, let me roll a normal die so you guys can see. 2. But I can add, I think I have to do that beforehand. During a skill check, you can add 1 CP or plus 1 AP modifier to the check. May not be used after lasting orders. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And what that's going to do is that's going to make that a 3. So he's actually going to get, we needed science. So 3 goes into 3 once. So we made one check there. So we're going to put this chit here, and that is going to signify that we did that. Okay, but guess what? We did not do enough to get inside, so we actually have to go back here. Exactly. See how this becomes vicious? Because now we have to start our turn all over again, and we're going to come here. We're going to come back over here. We're going to roll. And hopefully we can get a command. We do. Okay. So our squad leader gets a command point. Okay, very good. And then, guess what? We are going to try to roll for our science again. Because we need science to get in there. No, we do not. But, again, we can use that command point, which will help us. And guess what? That's going to be enough to get in there. So we're going to be able to get in here. We're going to be able to mark off this as done here. Med packs, we've already still have a whole bunch of stuff here, and we haven't even used it yet. But this is going to be a little more trickier, because this is going to be 4B. Okay, so we would roll 4 plus. On a 4 plus, we're going to be rolling on the B side, and that I don't think is going to be very cool, because I know those Beastmasters want to get their hands on us again to make us pay for what we did last time. Come on, roll low. Oh, yes, we did. Complete failure. But, in a way, a success for us. So, that means that event's done, and guess what? We've completed one of our missions. So, I'm going to actually turn this one over, so we know that we got one of the missions done. We're not coming back here anyways. Whoop, there we go. How much time? Okay. We're going to go another 15 minutes. Because I think you guys are getting the gist of what this does. And how great and how much fun this is. Now, in order to get here, guess what? We are going to have to go turn 8. So we don't have to check the event. We go right here. Our turn goes by. There's nothing we can check or anything like that. Even though I think on a roll of 6, there's a chance that an event can happen. Re-entering a square. Well, this is why we have this beautiful... And look at this book. This book is beautiful, by the way. Okay, moving to a previously resolved note. Do you see? Everything is just spelled out for you. This is done very, very well. And I'm very, very thrilled with how beautiful this is. This is really just, what can I tell you? I get excited about games. What can I tell you? Okay. All right. Moving to a previously resolved node. If you want to move your squad to a previously resolved node, roll an RN. On a zero, an A-class event occurs, regardless of the presence of an event counter in the node. Resolve the event. On a 1 to 5, the squad proceeds to the node without any hostile events. On a 6+, you move. The move is very easy. You are using a shortcut, or the area is strongly secured. Move the time counter to the... Oh, you move it back. So I can actually move it back. So we were on 7. And again, this is one of those things where... Here we go. All right. 3. Okay. We were able to go into the node with no problem. No penalty. Now, here's that event that we were talking about, because we need to come down here. So now we're going to move our time marker. See, we're at 9 already, okay? Which means we still have to get all the way up through here somehow and hope that we can not fail at going through things and really have a problem. So we're going to move in between here, and on a 3, on a 3+, the pressure door slams. Please, no. Give us a 1. No. On a 3+, it closes. So what does that mean? We cannot go that way. That way is now blocked. And I'm just going to put a little wound marker there. We can't go that way. So now we have to work all the way around. Not cool. So on turn 10, what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to go here. See, this is where it gets dangerous. Okay. Awesome. We're going to be rolling on Class A. So what's going to show up? 5. 3 War Beasts. So now we're going to come in here. But unfortunately, there are 3 War Beasts that are ticked off and waiting for us. And business is about to pick up. Well, that didn't turn out well, did it? We're going to roll on our set range. We're going to set our range. And it's a 5, which means we're going to be in melee. So everybody with a melee skill is going to get a chance here. Oh boy, this is not good. So we're going to roll on our command check skill. We're going to see, okay, we got a 6, which is good, which means that we are going to get at least 1 command point. I may have done that wrong too, because there's a way to get 2. We can roll an 8. That's right. We can roll. Nope, we do not. If it was 1 or 2, it would be 7. If it was a 2, it would be 8. Anything above that is nothing. There you go. That's how it works with a critical. All right, so we get 1 command point. Well, I need to ambush these guys, to be honest with you. Because they're going to be a problem in here if we don't do this right. So simultaneously we are going to actually fight. So I'm going to ambush them. All right, and we're going to do this the same way we did it last time. Over here on melee is a 3. So we're going to roll a dice. 2. That's not going to help us. Over here we need a 4. Critical fail. Here we need a 3. Can we get at least 1? Oh, we got at least 1. Holy cow. And then here we need a 5. Oh, we do get the 5. Not bad. Okay, so that means that when we start doing things, 2, that ain't going to help us. A 1, that's not going to help us. 3 into 4 goes 1 time, so we get a wound. And 5 into 5 goes once. And that's going to be a wound. So we're going to do this. We cannot put both wounds on the same target. You have to put them across. So we resolved that round. Now we can only do ambush once. So now the second round we get to roll yet again for our command. Whoops. And we're going to get a command point. But we cannot do ambush. You can only do that during the first round of combat. We're in melee. We can do in melee we can throw a grenade. And a grenade, I think a grenade, let me just check grenades. Because that can really do some damage. And we can really use doing some damage. Alright, combat. That's all going to be 29. Okay. Everything's right here. Yeah, I mean, you gotta love the fact that everything is right in front of you. Generating runes, armor piercing, ambush, grenades. Okay. During a round of combat at melee range, you can spend one grenade to inflict additional wounds on an enemy. Roll an RN to determine how many additional wounds you inflict on an enemy. The wounds caused by a grenade can be freely distributed using standard play rules. Grenades are not classified as armor piercing. Alright, so that's how many wounds we would do. So somebody has to at least do a wound, and then he can throw a grenade as well. So let's start in melee here. And remember, yes, a grenade in melee, see? 3. Okay. That's going to go there, so that's going to be perfect. 2. Man, I'm rolling awful. 3. Okay. And 2. Alright, so let's get rid of the 2 that aren't going to do anything. Those are going to generate 2 wounds for each one. And we're going to throw one of our grenades. Alright, now we're going to roll a die to see how many additional wounds are going to be distributed. 2. Alright, well, it's better than nothing. 1, 2. So we get rid of our grenade because we already used it. So we're going to distribute 4 wounds. And using the way we do it, okay, we go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, well, guess what? We've got some bad news. They get their turn back. In melee, they need a 4. For each wound they suffer, it's +1 to the AP. So that means that he got 1, so he needs a 5. He gets a 5. He got 1, so he's going to need a 5. He gets a 6. Okay. He needs a 6. Critical miss. Alright. So 4 goes into 6. So they both generate 1 wound. I believe that I still have to roll their critical. Yes, I do. And it was that would be 9. So that he would generate 2 wounds. Okay. 6 plus 9. Okay, there we go. So there's 3. Now here's the thing with this. I can do whatever I want here as far as who I want to assign this to. As you can see, they only have 1 hit. If I assign any of these guys 1 hit, they're dead. They're gone. And these guys I got to be very careful of. Now I can use a med pack to get rid of 1 wound. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to assign 1 here and 1 here. And as you can see, this has not been a very good round for our heroes. All right. Now let's see if we can get rid of these guys once and for all. And let's get these off here. Again, combat starts again. And he's not going to get a bonus there. Oh, no, we don't move the track. I was almost going to move the track. All right, so here we go. We're going to start up there. That's a 6 plus a 6 is 12 in melee. Wow, that's a heck of a roll. There's 4, 6. Hey, these Robotech dice finally came in handy because you're not going to play the game with them. And then, boom, 3. All right, so this is no good. Oh, that should have gone there. I'm sorry. And then here, that is a 1, which is, well, it's a skull, so it's a critical fail. All right, so 12. 3 goes into 12. That goes 2. That's 4 wounds that he's going to be able to do. That's ridiculous. That's more than enough to kill these guys. 4, 5 from there. And I don't have enough wound markers. Doesn't matter. Okay, so actually I can take this one. There we go, just for effect. And I can put that right there to show that that's been shut off. Now, I would apply these as such. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. But they all took 1 wound, so they get +1 to their AP. So they all need 5s. Oh, actually, we would still, because they would take additional wounds? No. We would keep dishing it out for each wound suffered. Okay. All right, that one, yeah, it would only be +1. So we've taken care of all this. Now they're going to retaliate. He needs a 5. And what we need is some 1s here. All right, that's good. Nothing there. Needs a 5. Nothing there. Okay, we're going to get out of this. And 4. Nothing there. We're going to use a med pack. And we're going to remove a wound here. And that will take care of that. These guys are all dead. And we were able to negotiate 3 war beasts. Which is pretty impressive. So you can see how this is going to really just start to ramp up as you start going through. There's different missions. There's beasts. There's monsters. There's bosses. There's all kinds of things. You're going to be taking tanks out. You're going to be doing all kinds of different things with this as you go through this. Now, it would all start all over again. We would move up to 11, and we would try to go here where we already been. And we're going to need at least 2 turns to get here. It's going to be real tight to make our way back up because any stumbling blocks, we may not get it. So there's a good feel on how to play Space Infantry Resurgence. There's a lot more to this. I just wanted to go over the initial thing here. There's campaign modes. There's, like I said, there's bosses. I mean, there's grav tanks. Let me go to the other camera here. I really want to show this off because this is really just a fantastic and fun game. This is just fun. Grav tanks. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Come on now. We've got Leviathans that you're going to have to deal with. Enemy Elder Leviathan. So there's all these things that go into this. And there's just a lot going on. As you can see, we went over all the basic rules. We got everything nice and pretty and done right. And I think we did a pretty good job. I don't think we missed too much. If anything, there's just little things that I might have messed up on. But I felt pretty comfortable going through this. It was an easy read. That book is easy to access and get through. And we kept this under an hour. And the reason I wanted to do that is I did not want to make this a 2.5, 3 hour thing for you guys, okay? I really wanted to hit home on what a fantastic experience this is. And I really highly suggest it. Go to Lock and Load. I want to make sure I get it right. Publishing. It's LNL Publishing.com. They've got a whole host of games that are just absolutely fantastic. Found out about another great game by watching Rob's Tabletop World. Thanks, Rob. Godzilla lover. You're so kind. You're always so nice to me. Love you to death. There's also an expansion for it, and I haven't even opened that up yet. I just wanted to concentrate on bringing you this. And some of the things that are in here, I mean, let's go to our side view one more time. I just want to show you a little bit more because we got a few minutes. There's mutants, right? Okay. Look at that. Mercenaries. They also have armor, so you're going to have to use armor piercing. There's mercenaries. More mutants. Grav tanks. Okay, tanks are a whole different thing. Oh, let me hold that up. Xenotypes. Okay, all right. Count me in. We're fighting aliens. Flesh eaters. Really? Dark roots. More flesh eaters. More dark roots. I mean, Scythonians? Okay. Cool. Doesn't matter. They just look cool. Boom. There you go. There you have it. All right. I think we spelled this out pretty good. This is a great game. Go check it out. I love it. This is a reprint of a game that came out some time ago, from what I understand. This is the first time I've ever played it and discovered it, and I'm telling you right now, this is when I can have a game right in front of me, and I can have everything that I need in front of me, and have this adventure unfold, and have all these things that go right and go wrong. Count me in every time, every single time. All right. Well, I love doing live War and Pieces, and over this weekend I plan on doing another one featuring another Lock and Load game for you guys. If I'm hoping I can get it down enough. I've been reading the heck out of it. Matter of fact, my eyes are going to fall out. But World at War 85, oh my God, this is just another one of those fantastic experiences that I'm really looking forward to. Plus, I just got a shipment of stuff in. I don't even know what I know I ordered some stuff from Miniature Market and I forgot what I got. So maybe it might replace that until I can figure out World at War 85. Then we have an Atlantic Wall type of game that is a card game that you could play solo. So we're going to check that out. We have a lot of live plays next week. Plus, we're painting. And we have tons of videos. You're going to be seeing Star Saga. You're going to be seeing, don't forget Steph on Tuesday. Tuesday Takeover with Steph. That's the only time I'm going to be taking a day off. And let me just go one further, folks. Now that Steph's here, be sure to, what was I going to say? If you guys want to be on Tuesday Takeover, send some pictures of your paintings to novaprime860@hotmail.com. I like to fill in on Tuesday. Show off all your work, all your painting work. So even if you sent them before, send them again, please. We're going to be making a huge video on that. And even if you wanted to send a video, maybe you wanted to show off a game or show off how your paint area or your gaming area, do me a favor. Send it. We're going to Tuesday Takeovers. It's the only day of the week that you're not going to see me. Well, in a video, that is. Okay? Tuesday Takeovers. It's now whatever you guys want to make it. If you guys want to send videos, you want to send pictures. If Steph wants to do something, if some of these smaller channels want to, get some notoriety. I'm not a big channel, but if I'm bigger than, if I have double the subscribers you have, those are double the amount of people that may not know about you. And hopefully we can help you along. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a giant pissing contest. We all can just do what's best and give everybody what they need, and everybody make people happy. Make their lives a little brighter. It doesn't have to be a contest. All right. With that said, I think I've said it all. We kept this contained to about an hour and 5 minutes, which I'm very proud of. I've been doing very good. I'm sure I'll blow it and have a 4-hour video live stream at some point. But until next time, I want to thank you all for popping in here. I love you all. You know that. And most of all, just be good to each other. Tomorrows are never guaranteed. And don't let people bully you or be unkind to you. You know, be bigger than that. And like Godzilla Lover says, like and subscribe. What is it going to hurt? Your finger from pushing the button? Maybe. Till next time, it's your old pal Rum. We'll see you soon.